Okay, today we're learning about inductive and deductive reasoning. I know I've got this when I can understand and use inductive and deductive reasoning. It's also used on the ERB and ACT. Key vocabulary is inductive reasoning. It's the process of arriving at a general conclusion inductive reasoning is the process of arriving at a general conclusion based on observations of specific examples. Conjectures are conclusions. Hypothesis is an educated guess. Conjecture is an example where the conjecture, a counterexample, is an example where the conjecture does not hold and the conjecture is therefore false. Deductive reasoning is the process of providing a specific conclusion from one or more general statements. And theorem is a conclusion that is proved true by deductive reasoning. So inductive reasoning are from specific examples. Deductive reasoning are more general statements. So the first example is identify a pattern in each list of numbers, then use this pattern to find the next number. So what are we doing between all of these numbers? We are adding 3. So if I add 3 to 25, I would get 28, which is my next number. Okay, identify a pattern in each list of numbers, then use it to find the next. So what are we doing between all of these? We are multiplying by 4. And so the next number would be 256 because 64 times 4 is 256. All right, so pause the video, try to do this one. Okay, so the numbers alternate between 3 and numbers obtained by adding 2 to the prior number, the number prior to the previous number. So watch, all the 3's stay the same, right? They alternate 3's. Then you've got 5, 7, 9, so this one would be 11. D, identify a pattern in each list of numbers and then use the pattern to find the next. Go ahead, try it. Multiply by 2 and multiply by 3 and then subtract 2. So multiply by 3 minus 2. Multiply by 3 minus 2 times 3 minus 2 times 3 minus 2 would be 163. All right, identify a pattern and then use the pattern to find the next figure in the sequence. So the next would be a square. Identify a pattern and then choose the next one. So what would this be? We've got a triangle, a circle, a triangle, a circle. So this would be a circle. Now look at the dots. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Identify a pattern. So this is for you to do, so go ahead and pause it. So we've got a circle, square, circle, square, circle. And then look at the dot that has 1. So you have 1. It's going counterclockwise. So you would have here, here, and here. Okay, now you get to do this one too, so pause it. And it's a square, so square, triangle, square, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So those were all inductive reasoning. Now we're going to do deductive reasoning, which is the process of proving a specific conclusion from one or more general statements. So, okay, example 3. So let's do this together. Select a number, don't tell anyone, add 7, multiply the result by 4, subtract 20, divide that by 2, and subtract the original number. Now repeat that procedure for 4 numbers of your choice and write a conjecture that relates the result of the process to the original number selected. So again, look, so do that 4 times with 4 different numbers, then write a conjecture that relates the result of the process to the original number you selected. C says represent the original number by the variable n and use deductive reasoning to prove your conjecture from part B. So you're gonna use variable n to do the same thing that you did with number 1, well, in A. So pause this and do that, and then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so when I did this, select a number, don't tell anyone. So I selected 3, I added 7, I got 10, multiplied by 4, and I got 40. I subtracted 20, and I got 20, divided by 2, and I got 10. And then I subtracted the original number 3, and I got 7. So my conjecture was 7 basically is 4 more than 3, so that I can say n plus 4 would give me my new number. And there you go. So that is what we found. So the conjecture in C, if you put in an n plus 7, then multiply that by 4, subtract the 20, and you would get 8, because 28 minus 20 is 8. Divide this whole thing by 2, and you would get 2n plus 4. And then subtract your original number, which was n, so 2n minus 1n is n plus 4. And there you go, you have your conjecture. So that is deductive reasoning. And I know I've got this when I can understand and use deductive and inductive reasoning. How is inductive reasoning different from deductive reasoning? It moves from specific examples to a general statement. And deductive reasoning moves from general statements to more specific conclusions. What is a conjecture and how does it differ from a theorem? A conjecture is an educated guess found by inductive reasoning. A theorem is a conclusion proved true by deductive reasoning. A conjecture may or may not be true, while a theorem is accepted as true for a given situation. And I hope that helps you understand inductive and deductive reasoning.